Hello, boys and girls. It's your boy King Jiffy Coates, and we're going to be getting wet and wild with this one. I'm sure you're excited for another day. It's been a while since I've streamed. I've been a little busy lately. I've been absolutely insanely busy, but I have so much fun to get to on today's stream you wouldn't even believe. You will not believe the type of stuff I'm going to be getting into. First off, we're going to be starting off with something short and sweet. That's right. Out of the entire world of absolutely insanity is, of course, sitting at the top of it, Ethan Klein and his massive lawsuit against everyone and their mother who had decided to poke the giant wealthy Jewish bear. That's right. And it kind of came out recently that Ethan Klein says he will not be settling with Frogan anymore, which I think is really, really funny. I kind of feel bad that these guys are getting... No, I don't feel bad these guys are getting generational debt. I'm scared of what ramifications this will have for, one, the YouTube ecosystem, two, like, fair use in the future. Now, I know that I don't do particularly the sit here and then just kind of, like, stroke it into my own mouth type of reaction content. My stuff's much more in the commentary slop kind of ecosystem. I yap more than I watch the video. It is my biggest problem, according to everybody in the comments section. But at the same time, it still scares me that that it might have an effect on my channel. It might hurt me. YouTube might see a video where you're talking in the corner and say, outsky wowsky, you're gonzy wonzy, because we don't want to deal with all the lawsuits that could entail. And it kind of puts a scary thought on how people might abuse the copyright system. If I watch a video of somebody else's and I have too critical of things to say, well, am I going to get hit with a content removal from that person because they say I'm stealing their content even though I'm negating their own arguments? That's something that does eat on me. Now, I do understand that this is a bit of a different situation with the way that they maliciously took the content to be a market replacement of his original work. I 100% see that, but I fear that some people might utilize the same logic, but skew it in a way because they're malicious to do it in the most malicious way possible. But I do think it's funny that all these people who've been lying and slandering somebody for well over a year now are getting their comeuppance. I think that's fair.
Does she think that she can give me that money and use it to give it to me in a settlement? That would be the ultimate.
By the way, I thought that was how this all was going to end, right? I know I'm pausing it right away, but I thought each one of these goonbags was going to see the prospect of getting sued, push up their, like really hype up their GoFundMes, and then try to utilize all that money just to give to Ethan Klein and wash their hands with it, which I thought would have been funny. It is super scummy, but for these guys, that's nothing above par. You don't think that the Denims, the lady who made sure to find the one picture of Hitler in the lawsuit to, like, hype up her OnlyFans, is going to have the moral fortification to not do that, to not take all the money she made from this drama, to just hand it to Ethan Klein and wash her hands with it? Get the heck out of here, my brother. Get out of here, my brother, because 100% that's what she would do. But at this point, I think that the best thing would just be to take him to court, let them get, like, absolutely lambasted, and it would be funny, and I'd get more content out of it.
Irony for all these people that donated is she just takes all of it and gives it directly to me.
Would you accept that?
Yeah. I mean, she owes me more
there you
than
go.
that, though. She owes me more than that.
Oh, okay.
I'm garnishing.
All right, well, you know, you might have to...
Garnishing? What money would you garnish from Frogan, though? That's the thing, my dude. What money are you garnishing? She's not that successful of a streamer, so I just feel like you'd be garnishing a whole lot of fucking nothing, brother. Out of all of these people, I mean, I can see Denims being garnished because she is Hassan's waiting room, so all of the little Hassan bots show up into her little streamer corner, and they just wait, and then while they get a little bit of a goon sesh prior to watching Hassan, where they get a second goon sesh.
Negotiate it out a little bit, but there you go, Frogan. There's your get out of jail free card.
Honestly,
all you have to do is just rip off your fans.
I had space in my heart to let her off with, like, creative settlement offers and stuff.
Sure.
But at this point, I think I'm not settling with any of these people. I'm coming for the maximum.
Well, that's kind of crazy to me. That's kind of crazy. I thought this would all end in settlements. I didn't think this was ever going to. I think I even said that I didn't think this was ever going to go actually to trial. And it scares me more that it is going to trial, that he wants to push it that far. I really think that that is the worst way possible. I think he should have just figured out some like decent settlement ways, looked at what money they were getting from the GoFundMe, said, I will settle for this. Their lawyers would say, take that, motherfucker. You have no better options out there. This is your best situation right here, compadre. They would have taken the money and it would have been done. He would have gotten like a sorry video and a lot of money. End of day, wash your hands with it, right? But him going all the way, I just feel like this could send ripples across the YouTube ecosystem, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I feel like that stands against what Ethan Klein originally did. Again, I do know and do understand that this is a different situation.
Damages. You know. She reached out and actually played like was amicable and fair and like not turning this into some silly, pointless, wild goose chase, just wasting time. Then I'd be a lot more amendable to alternative settlement.
See that, Brogan? There you go. I'll give you a little tip, Brogan.
Who fucking who?
You just tell Ethan that he's funny.
She did say that recently.
I know,
Honestly,
and I
dude,
remember how you reacted.
I will say,
and I'm
Ethan
just
is really
saying.
funny sometimes.
It didn't save her though. You think that I'll just drop it?
Dude, look at it. Oh, dude. Dan just fucked you. I think that guy's name is Dan. Oh, he just fucked Frogan right there in real time. Do you see the pettiness on Ethan Klein's face right now? He's like, oh, I'm definitely taking this bitch to the to the cleaners. I am taking her to the cleaners so goddamn hard now. There is no way that old Froglodite is getting anywhere near a settlement at this point. No, Dan, she's already in poverty. She had the audacity to always call everybody else who donated to the causes she cared about crackers, but when it came to her, she made sure that her chat knew that they had to pay her rent. So Froglodite is not getting off because he officially looks pressed as a motherfucker.
No, not just with that, but that's like,
You could butter me up.
yeah, he could be buttered, is what I'm trying to say.
Just like
he could
Trump.
definitely be buttered up.
He's the greatest, the funniest podcaster.
He's the funniest, the greatest, Ethan Klein. I want you to know that I have never went to that island. I have never went to that island. It is a hoax made by my enemies.
Uh,
I hope you get PTSD.
Yeah.
so Frogan, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're doing it, but you really should just figure your shit out because in 1 week it is going to get real ugly for you. Real ugly.
That's crazy. This whole thing's crazy. It seems like it's gonna blow up. I mean, right now we're in the calm before the absolute goonbag storm, which is going to be. This is going to be a drama for the next. I don't even know how many years. We are going to be so sick of this drama by the time it ends. I haven't even been covering it as hard as a lot of other people have. I've kind of burnt myself out, but I did find that a little funny that they are not going to settle. He wants to take these people to the cleaners. He wants to bend them over the 50 states and give them a good little spanking. Make sure their Tootsie Pootskis are a little bit raw. I'm Ethan Klein, and I'm gonna butter up your ass and spank it real good. That's kind of what we got out of this one. I don't know. We'll have to see where this progresses. What's gonna happen here? I think this is going to be the most long and drawn out drama of the entire history of the internet. This I think is going to eclipse his first ordeal. I don't think it. Well, okay, I don't think this will ever go to the Supreme Court or anything, but I do think that even though everybody else is saying this will not have ramifications, I think it will. I don't like that it will. I will have, hopefully I will have completely shifted my content to where I'm just making fun goonbag videos and ignoring this shit, or if I do cover this shit, I just fucking in front of the camera yap. I think that would be a safer play than sitting here bringing the context up to you live. I don't know. I feel like this is gonna hurt live streaming in a big way, but I could be wrong. Maybe it'll only hit like these hardcore reaction channels that just sit and add zero context, and also these watch party type things. I think it might hurt that more if it does have any ramifications outside of this. But again, it has to go through like 6 different court styles to get there, and I think a lot of people do forget that. It would have to hit the state Supreme Court, and then if they didn't get what they wanted in the state Supreme Court, they'd have to bring it up to the federal Supreme Court, and there's a lot of shit that entails with that, and I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is going to blow out of proportion? Do you just think this is hilarious? Because there's a part of me that has a fear, but also thinks this is the funniest thing I've ran into in a very long time. And the pettiness is on another level, which you need a good amount of pettiness to make a drama so fucking juicy, baby. So absolutely juicy. But let me know in the comments down below. And that's all I got for you on this one, guys. All right, another big thing recently I saw on Yeet. I get a lot of news from Yeet. You can hate me for that. You can love me for that. I don't really care what you have to say about me. But I saw this thing. Now, I remember during the iDubbbz drama, iDubbbz had went on this podcast. He went on this podcast called Western Kabuki. It's called Juniper of the Western Kabuki podcast. And they recently released a statement. Because they are in some hot waters. Now, the post here from Yeet says, drops a statement from the co-host after the LOL overruled allegations surfaced. We believe them. We didn't initially say anything when this started in order to preserve our anonymity and the safety of those who came to us. We are sharing this with their permission. Now, this whole thing, it seems to be about a allegation that I'm not sure of. I haven't, like, this is like one of those that I don't know a ton about. So you're gonna have to buckle your balls up and get ready. On LOL overruled, alleged to have done, we believe them. Prior to all of this, a few women unrelated to the discussion we've seen online, but who were nonetheless impacted by his actions, reached out to us about their experiences. After those conversations, we immediately parted ways with him. We didn't initially say anything when this started, in order to preserve the anonymity and safety of those who came to us, as they have plans to tell their stories on their own terms. But in light of everything, we are sharing this with their permission. We stand with everybody who's told their story and those who came forward to us, that they have reached out and began with his whoa, dude, this is why my podcast where we read creepypastas, I don't do the majority of the reading. That they reached out to begin with is brave and then that was that. It kind of cuts it off part way through. I don't know what the rest of that says, but it says people have always begun the discussion of LOL overruled / Alex, my former co-host on WK, is alleged to have done. We believe them. Prior to this, this is right. This is the full thing. All right. This is why I don't understand Twitter. I'm a big dumb retard, guys. You got to stay with me here. You got to buckle up your ball sacks, like I said at the beginning of the video. As they have plans to tell their stories on their own terms. But in light of everything, we are sharing this with their permission. We stand with everybody who's told their story and those who came forward to us. They reached out to begin with. It is brave and important to keep keeping our spaces safe for everybody. In this discussion, we hope you keep all those impacted in front and center. We also ask not to let your affinity for any specific creator or political leaning impact your willingness to listen to those who have spoken up. Which I think this is hilarious, right? Because there's so often in these communities where they have somebody who does some absolutely degenerate goonbag shit, right? They do some absolutely degenerate goonbag shit, and then the community rallies up to support them and ignore everything that they had done. Now, I have to say, I don't give Hassan a lot of W's, but I saw that Hassan condemns LOL overruled while discussing the allegations. I thought that this was an actually good statement. For once, Hassan having a fucking W take. Hey, everybody gets them, and it's time for Hassan to have his.
On Twitter is drama. If it's related to Alex Lolo, then that's not drama. That's like straightforward creep shit. Okay, if that's what you guys are referencing as drama, you're a psycho. That's not drama at all. I mean, this dude apparently was all up and down being a fucking pest, and it's completely unacceptable. Yeah,
Dude, so based, like actually calling out somebody in his own community. I have to respect that. Not a lot of people, a lot of Hassan haters will not respect that, and it's kind of funny that he's calling out somebody else in his own community when he like false slanders people on the daily, like to protect his own. Now, somebody like Bad Empanada would have just kept doubling down and trying to protect his friends. But at the same time, I do have to respect Hassan here. I do. I really do.
And you guys are being fucking ridiculous if you think that this is just drama. That's not just drama, dude. That's like, that is, yeah. It's incredibly disappointing. It's not something that I was obviously privy to. I was completely oblivious to whatever the fuck was going on, and it's a betrayal of my trust.
But I do love that this stuff going down, and these guys were looked at as like one of the good podcasts that was going to save the world. They had iDubbbz on, they've had all of these people, and it's just absolutely insane. Like, if you want to know the whole breakdown, I mean, Alex, also known as LL Overruled, is a Columbian Law School graduated public defender and social media influencer who gained popularity on TikTok and other platforms for his humorous legal skits and commentary on criminal justice issues. In August 2024, he was fired from his job after posting a TikTok video giving a tour of his grimy office in the Bronx, which led to his immediate termination. And then we get to July. After he got that, he kind of went full social media in the last year, which this is what happens when you are a goonbag and destroy your career. Because in July 2025, serious allegations surfaced against him, accusing him of inappropriate sexual behavior online. Ex-user Katana Speaks labeled him as a sex pest and abuser, sharing screenshots of his now locked X account where he allegedly discussed explicit sexual experiences. Another user claimed he sent unsolicited explicit images, made inappropriate requests after she posted a photo wearing his merchandise. These allegations gained attraction when Ethan Klein, of course it was Ethan Klein who blasted this. What do you know, dude? I looked up just a quick drama breakdown, and of course Ethan Klein's the one sussing these guys out of these communities, bro. They don't have the ability to call them out themselves, so they wait until somebody else does it, somebody who's an enemy. But then they can say, well, we didn't know about this guy, we didn't know, and then eat him alive. Oh, dude, this is just like when Ludwig has a good take. It's because the internet shifted. Oh, way to go, Ethan Klein. Highlighted on Instagram, escalating the controversy. Accusations sparked discussion on Reddit, particularly in the Hassan Piker subreddit, as LL Overruled was a friend and frequent guest of Hassan's podcast and like his Hassan Piker channel. And like this is where we get to right here. But yeah, dude, the dude was just freaking out on women, dude. Just endless women came forward. We have like a flood of women coming forward to go after this guy, and now they have to eat one of their own again. Let's go. We love to see it.
And yeah, I don't know what else to say. Apparently, and I don't know the full details of what's going on, but I heard like bits and pieces about him like potentially being abusive, and I didn't know enough about what was going on, but it was enough for me to like, you know, sever ties.
So, wait. Oh, this is kind of funny. Now, I only watched the first portion where I gave Hassan W's, but he doesn't know enough about the situation to instantly cut ties, and yet people won't cut ties with Hassan for just supporting terrorism. I think that's wild. We live in a wild timeline. It's absolutely hilarious what kind of little goonbag world we live in, where it's like, oh, dude, this guy might have had like sent some abusive text or whatever. Now, I'm not defending him because it seems like he was a goonbag, but like from Hassan's standpoint here, where he has like little to no actual information on the matter, he's like, well, I just decided to cut ties with him because I heard something, a little bit something. I don't know what it was, but I heard a little something. And yet you have like quantifiable amounts of evidence stacking up to where Cthulhu is scared of your cosmic horror of terrorist support on your like existing platform, and yet people still are willing to work with this guy. I don't get it. I really don't.
And then past that point, now there's apparently a bunch of people that he was literally in the DMs of all over, all up and down Twitter, like leftist Twitter accounts.
Ah, he was doing a Destiny. That's what he was doing. He was doing a Destiny. He was finding a bunch of people that were his fans and trying to get them to goon all over his freaking face. We got another sex pestiny allegation, boys.
Public defenders, and even women in this community. Luckily, we have a pretty awesome community of adult women who can take care of themselves.
The phrasing of that was wild. Good thing we have a good amount of adult women who can take care of themselves. That just seems like a wild accusation.
But it seems like he was just sending unsolicited DMs and being creepy and pushy and a pest.
There we go. We got pest. Look at that, dude. Kind of W Hassan take. It is funny whenever they start eating their own. We got another sex pestiny situation. It's always fun to see those. Now, if you like my videos, make sure to keep sticking around. I will do a bunch of little goon bag shit like this all the time. At least until I get to the point where I'm bored with it, and then I won't do it anymore. That's just how I do things. But make sure to hit me with a like and subscribe for now, so that I get to a gajillion billion followers, and I can shower myself in money. I want to shower myself in money. I want to goon right on Benjamin Franklin's forehead, and then burn the bill and go to jail for burning money. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. I had one more thing on this little Twitter jumping spree that I wanted to jump to. It was two gay men explaining. It was two gay. I saw something funny. Now let's just go to my profile. Let's find that. We're gonna go to my profile. We're gonna go to my likes, and then we're gonna click on this one right here. This is. I recently just saw the right-wing Hassan Piker popped up on my feed. That's right. This is the infamous guy that I always compare Hassan Piker to. This goon bag is one of the most insane political commentators on the right. I do not like this guy. But I saw two gay men talking about Destiny. And now, I'm not the biggest fan of Destiny. I think he's a little goon bag. He's weird. I mean, have you seen the picture of him standing next to a beach? He looks like a sad sloth man. Actually, if I was like going to explain the picture of Destiny on the beach, right? It is literally what I imagine a skinwalker looks like, sitting on, like, he's a skinwalker. He looks like a skinwalker. He looks like body horror, bro. If you look at the image of Destiny on the beach, this is like body horror. This is so terrifying to see Destiny standing in front of this beach. Now, I am a morbidly obese man. I don't have the greatest body myself, but this is like some cosmic terror seeing this picture right here. It is absolutely horrifying. And you know who can fix somebody when they have this much terrifying body image in their mind? Every time they think of themselves, Destiny has to picture that. The goon bag has to picture that. So that's when you decide to send in right-wing Hassan Piker and his gay lover, right? Allegedly in Minecraft and Roblox. You send in his gay lover, and they are basically, have you ever seen that show? Remember that show back in the day? It was like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I think they brought it back on Netflix or something. I can't remember. But it's called Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. This is basically the internet equivalent of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy with Destiny, even though he does gay stuff. I think that these guys, look at these two gay Hispanic men. They are killing it over on the scene.
Have to go to war. But also, this is what oh fuck. People are spamming Call Destiny. He's probably never. I'm not gonna say it. He's probably busy.
He could use some looks maxing, dude.
Dude.
Yes, of course. Of course, we got. See, I'm gonna do a high intellect breakdown of what's happening here. You see how in the mind of Nick Fuentes, his boyfriend Destiny is pulled up. They are lovers and they are enemies. It's pulled up. He instantly says he can use some look maxing and looks over off camera, thinking about his glory days of how often he has made deep, passionate love to Destiny. And then, of course, this guy who I'm pretty sure feather brushed his face before hitting a live stream with the Nazi guy. They definitely got ready for what was going to be an explanation of how to make Destiny hotter.
So
He's cooked.
the thing is, you don't realize like how cooked Destiny is until like you see like his physique. Like,
Yeah, no, I've seen it. It's
Because-
rough.
Oh, he definitely has seen it. As you can tell right here in this moment, Nick Fuentes showed up to just say, "Oh, I have seen his body. Don't you know that I have seen every crevice of that man's butthole and the schmeggle-beggle between under his sack, right between where the sack meets the taint. He has experienced that through his impassionate lovemaking with Destiny." But these are all allegations on the intrawebs that I don't believe, and I'm just saying what I saw on Roblox.
his face, like you would think, okay, this is a guy who might be a little bit skinny fat, a little bit chubby, but then you see the physique, like like the whole unveil, and you're like,
In his body, I have to say that the weird, crazy-eyed lunatic right here, Nick Fuentes' little play partner for when they play Let Me Find the Thing in Your Colon. He is on to a point here, because seeing that picture of Destiny on the beach, and again, I am a disgustingly overweight man, that if you saw me on the beach, you'd be like, "Dear God, why is there so much hair, and why is he so fat?" Still, I think I look less like a Lovecraftian monstrosity than Destiny does. Destiny's body on the beach is like, if I showed that to somebody and I wanted information out of them, they would instantly tell me the information to remove that picture from their mind and in its entirety, which of course is impossible, because I just exposed them to a Lovecraftian horror.
dude, this is not
Not good under the hood, yeah.
I think I need to take Destiny under my wing.
You should.
Ah, that's it. Nick Fuentes here is saying you should, but secretly he is super upset that this man might steal his boyfriend. That is what is actually going on here. Again, you signed up for the King Jiffy Coat's detailed political analysis of gay men in politics.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. I would.
Have to go to war.
Oh, dude, wait, hold on. Look at the sadness in Nick Fuentes' face right here. You can see him smile like it was a good joke. Oh, big sad Nick Fuentes. Smile, big sad Nick Fuentes. I think Destiny's perfect the way he is. I love when his like fucking body horror body slops onto mine and we have good sex in Roblox and Minecraft, and these are allegations. But this guy, Featherbrush guy, is so excited about the prospect of talking crap about the goonbag, like monster person. But yet Nick Fuentes is actually secretly hurting inside. But that has been my political analysis on the most insane right-wing person on the internet. The Hassan Piker of the right is upset that his boyfriend is being called out, and they need to look max him as hard as possible. And if you like that, make sure to always come back to my channel for more deep intellectual deep dives into the intellectual. And this has been your boy King Jiffy Coats, and like and subscribe. Alright, and South Park just dropped a nuke recently, everybody. That's right, nukes have been dropped. We have ourselves a fallout that couldn't be imagined. It is crazy to me that I saw as much drama around this episode as I have, because anybody out here who thought the South Park wasn't going to make jokes about Donald Trump being on the listy list is absolutely insane. And this is funny because I see people when they make fun of somebody that's like a right-wing figure, everybody's mad at South Park, calling it like left-wing slop. Oh, they're just coming after the right-wing guys. Everybody hates the right. This is why I subscribe to Daily Wire, and I watch all of their really good animations that aren't terrible whatsoever, and the worst thing to ever scorch your eyeballs. No. But then when everybody on the left sees that they make fun of like trans issues or anything else, dude, South Park needs to be canceled because of their homophobia or whatever, and it's always a back and forth. And this is what I've always respected out of South Park, and this is what I try to do on my channel. You make fun of everybody. You slap them right in the genitals, and you say, "I am here to slap you in the genitals." We're slapping everybody in the genitals, my brother, my queen. I'm so sick of people being so inundized in their political BS, bro. It's like we have to sit in our little square boxes and not say anything to hurt our little echo chambers. What is wrong wrong with you, goonbags? South Park's gonna South Park, baby, and we gonna make fun of that. And so I saw this, and I saw Asmongold talk about it. Now, I haven't watched anything Asmongold in quite a while. I don't even know his takes. I know he was kind of glazing Trump, but anybody glazing Trump right now, when he's like, I've never, I'm Donald Trump. I've never been on the list. I'll never be on the list. You're crazy if you think I was on the list. Did you know Bill Clinton was on the list? Yeah, Clinton really sucked a lot of children off on the list. He's a children guy. You know that Bill Clinton really liked children. He also covered up those children who died on the train tracks. That's Bill Clinton for you. And so I'm like looking at this and I'm like, oh, this has got to be good. So if he doesn't take the side of South Park, I think Asmongold is absolutely cooked by a mind virus. I think anybody who's on the right that hasn't called out Trump for this and called out his entire cabinet dude, they had a photo op, my brother. They had a photo op with part 1 of the list, and now the list never existed? Get out of here. Just get out of here, brother. That's garbage.
Did you hear about the new South Park episode controversy? People are mad because they made fun of Trump.
Mr. President, a lot of your supporters are starting to turn against you.
Hey, tell them to take a rest.
Sir, can you please talk to them? They're really riled up.
Hey, Zane.
I'm not in the mood right now.
I love... Dude, I already love it, brother. I already love this. This is genius, my dude. This is absolutely hilarious.
You're on the Epstein list.
The Epstein list? Are we still talking about that?
Well, are you on the list or not? It's weird that whenever it comes up, you just tell everyone to relax.
I'm not telling everyone to relax. Relax, guys.
No, I need counseling.
I don't know why everybody's creating this narrative that South Park only makes fun of, right-wing people.
Because they don't. They don't. 100%. Asmongold spitting some fucking factoids right at you. They make fun of everybody. This is what I've always stood for. I stand for freedom of speech, and that means right-wing, left-wing goonbags. I think you should be able to talk your nonsense, and then I should be able to make fun of both of you as much as I fucking want. I should be able to grab your nipples, one nipple from a right-wing guy, one nipple from a left-wing guy, and just milk them in like absolute power until their nipples fall off. I want to rip them nipples off, baby, because like I love the fact that we're able to shit on each other. And I hated this idea, and this is a problem I had with the internet for a long time, where it was like catering to one side. And if you don't believe that it was catering to the wrong side, you're wrong. It was, and I thought that was a bad idea. I hated the safe edgy shit that was going on. I hated the virtue signaling. A lot of people felt the same way, and that's why I believe that Trump won the election by so much, is because everything had trended so far the other direction that the pendulum was in desperate need to swing the other way. But that doesn't mean that the guy is, just because the guy won by a lot, because everybody was sick of the woke BS and the what were some of the other buzzwords? I don't know. I only know the woke one. But just because we were sick of all this other stuff doesn't mean that the guy's instantly like cleared of any sort of controversy. You can't say you're gonna release the list and then not release the list and expect that that everybody's gonna be like, okay, we're moving on now. We believe you, Trump. That's stupid.
They had like the entire episode gays against F words, right? And then they had an entire season dedicated to the strong woman, PC principle, stuff like that. If you're a Trump fan and you're mad that South Park's making fun of them, grow a fucking dick. Now, I think they should
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You need to grow more schmeat. You need to grow massive amounts of schmeat and quit being a little whiny bitch boy. Trump needs to release it, brother. If he's not on it, release all the information you have on it. Otherwise, we're going to clown on your ass by sitting there like, bro, I swear to God, I heard some buzz in the little buzzing ecosystem of the universe that Ghislaine Schmackwell is wanting a pardon, and if he pardons that little trifling goblin person, we know something's up, brother. We know something's up, and he's not one of the good guys, if you know what I mean. And that to me, I don't think there's anybody that can support that type of action. I know I would if the moment Ghislaine Maxwell would have came out and Biden would have been like, pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, I'd been like, whoa, Whoa, the kids touching your leg hair makes a lot more sense there now, buddy. Makes a lot more sense why you like those kids touching your leg hair. But, like, at the same time, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. So if I'm not going to say it about Trump, you know what that makes me? A giant hypocrite. And I don't want to be that. I mean, of course I'm going to be a giant hypocrite because all humans are giant hypocrites. But in this regard, I try my best.
To make fun of Kamala Harris, they should make fun of Joe Biden. And also, by the way, you don't want to know why they're not making fun of Kamala Harris and Biden? Somebody went and they said, oh, did you see Kamala Harris did a speech? I said, obviously not. And I thought about watching it, and then I thought to myself, why would I watch this on my stream? Nobody cares. I think South Park does a pretty good job making fun of everybody, and I haven't watched every South Park episode, right? But I feel like there are enough episodes where, you know, my bigotry has been rewarded by being a fan of South Park, and that's good enough, okay? They make fun of women all the time.
Trump. His penis is teeny tiny, but his love for us is large. Imagine being...
I love it, dude. I love it. I love this so much, dude. I think that if you sit here and defend somebody just because you're on the same side of them, it's dumb. It's dumb. I hate this all the time. I see people defending Hassan all the time, and it's like you have to be absolutely brain rotted to defend Hassan. You really do. At this point, he's defended terrorism enough times that you shouldn't defend him. If you're on the left, you shouldn't defend the guy. And that's how I feel about with, like, Trump right now. I'm not gonna defend him on this. There's no way. I know you guys don't know my political background or anything, but let's imagine I am like I have like a giant Trump flag, right? Which I don't. But imagine I'm like one of those guys that had a giant Trump flag. I would be like taking the Trump flag down, buddy. I'd be taking that Trump flag down and be like, hey, you promised some shit, and you didn't fucking give it to me. You didn't give it to me. Now, I think that he has done some stuff that's okay. I think he's done some stuff that is bad. But at the end of the day, the dude lied. So he should be put to the fire. And South Park doing that, I'm not going to criticize them for it. I think they deserve to put him to the fire. But anyways, that's all I got on that one, guys. South Park is based as always. Make fun of everybody, and like and subscribe if you care, or like and subscribe if you don't care and you just like hearing me ramble. Anyways, that's not all. There is, I saw another clip recently. This one was posted within like an hour of me streaming this whole thing. And it is Mr. President has came to address himself in the Epstein situation thus again. Well, it's just, at this point, it's just ridiculous. The dude it's going to get brought up. And like, there's a lot of people like, oh, I'm so sick of hearing about this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not. I don't know what's wrong with you guys or like those people that are trying to shove it under the rug. But remember, this guy brought it up a gajillion million times. He brought it up all the time on his campaign trail. Why aren't you doing something about it, right? And I think this lives on more of an internet drama thing. This is like, I don't think this is a political thing at all. I think a lot of people think that, oh, you're covering this, so you cover politics now. No, not true. Not at all. I'm not a politics guy. I am a idiot goonbag who makes fun of stuff on the internet. That's who I will always be. But I did see that he made a new thing, so maybe he had the audacity to kind of say, hey, man, I messed up. We're going to release what we have. I'm telling you, not much is on there, but well, you can look at it for yourself. See what's on there. That could be the thing. We'll see. But I don't think that's where this is going. I think they said some things. It wasn't the best things, but they said some things on it. That's not true. None of it's true. There is no list. It's never existed. Who is Arthur Epstein? Epstein Arthur? Epstein? Epine? What is an Epine? I think something like that's going to go down.
Trump did actually make comments about Epstein.
Well, I haven't been overly interested in it. You know, it's something...
Of course, he doesn't care. I don't care. It's stupid. Nobody cares, actually. No one. You think people are talking about this, but no one actually cares.
It's a hoax that's been built up way beyond proportion.
Yeah, but you built it up, brother. You built it up. You are the guy building it up. You built it up for a very long time pre-election. You talked about it. You talked about Clinton being on the list. You talked about all this stuff. If you talk about it, and then you don't release it. And then you did release that with the Black Bar books that said part 1. So you have built this up, buddy. So why is it such a touchy thing now?
I can say this, those files were run
you're welcome for
by
that.
the worst scum on Earth. The whole thing is a hoax. They can put things in the file that are fake. Those files were run by bad, sick people. But they were run by my enemy. If there was anything in
Okay, if they were ran by your enemy, why didn't they like put out more stuff before the election? Why didn't they release them before the election? Unless it was going to hurt them too. Unless like there's some stuff that's like really seedy that could get everybody in trouble and get you probably in trouble. Why didn't they release them earlier? Or is this just a piece on the pawn board that both sides use to try to make the other side bad? That's also a thing that I kind of thought about, that everybody is compromised by these files, so they just kind of use them as a political weapon, and whoever's getting the files shoved at them the hardest has to play defense because the files will affect them. So both sides, whoever's in power, they can always use the files against them, which would be diabolical. And the only way to kind of counteract that is just to release them.
there, they would have used them for the election.
I just don't know why. If you thought they were being run by the enemy and you thought they had altered the files, then why would you bring on multiple people into your staff and this cabinet?
Yeah, dude, every single one of these guys were like, release the files, we gotta get rid of all these guys, because all of these upper class individuals are on these files and we need to scourge them for our society, which I agree with. I think all these people need to be outed. But then, as soon as you guys are in these seats of power, old John, what is his name, Bongino? Mr. Bongino, when he was sitting in his little fucking office yapping to the internet, ooh, he was big against those files. We gotta release those files. Who's on the list? Now he's in the position to get them out there, and nothing's happening. I don't know much about this guy before. I just know that he has a funny nose. He has a very funny nose. We even found a man with a really funny nose, looking like tilts a little to the side. I have a funny nose, but this guy's got an exceptionally funny nose. It is weird looking. And he has elf ears. He has elf ears and a fucking troll nose. What is going on with this man's face? I am sorry. I am very distracted by how weird... He's the FBI director, right? FBI director? Yeah. FBI director Schmigel-Biggelborg has a weird face. An incredibly weird face.
Members that advocated for releasing the files. It just doesn't make sense. And especially, like, he's alluded to, like, you know, Prince Andrew and Bill Clinton being involved. Like, that's the issue, right?
I don't do drawings. I'm not a drawing person.
Oh, dude, wait. Wall Street Journal. Birthday letter to Epstein bore Trump's signature and drawing of naked woman. Now, I don't see anything wrong with drawing a naked woman. That's just kind of what you do. Like, I've driven... many a naked women, all terribly. I'm a terrible artist, one of the worst artists, but I've driven myself some naked women. Every straight dude has. You got to draw yourself some boobies. Start with a stick figure with a couple of boobs and some dots to signify the nipples. But his defense is, I don't draw. I've never drawn. What is a drawing? I don't know. Somebody wanted me to draw one time. I drew like once, but I didn't draw. I've never drawn. You're crazy if you think I've drawn. But a kid asked me to draw once, but I didn't draw. He's going to do it. Watch. I know Trump too well for him not to say some fucking ramble-jamble bullshit.
I don't do drawings.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. What did I say? Put it there, pal.
Sometimes people say, would you draw a building? And I'll draw 4 lines and a little roof, for a charity stuff. But I'm not a drawing.
Oh, what did I say? Oh my God, I'm so good at this. I am so good at this, bro. I've never drawn, but I did draw, but I don't draw. I draw and draw, and I've never drawn. But I'm a drawing guy, but I've not drawn. Oh, you got caught, brother. You got caught. Brother. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing? Just release the files.
Drawing person. I don't do drawings of women. They say there's a drawing of a woman. Do you know that my poll number...
He's never drawn a woman. I don't even know what a woman looks like naked. I have like 72 kids, but I've never. What I do is I close my eyes and they just dock themselves. They dock themselves on the orange rocket ship is what I call it. It's very orange. It's like a Cheeto. And when I exit out of their vaginas, supposedly it looks like Cheeto dust. But I've never seen the vagina. I keep my eyes closed. Too much ookie-wookie for me. Too much ookie-wookie for me. I would never draw a woman naked. Ooh, I would have to know what they look like first. Never seen a naked woman. Gotta tell you the truth. Might have seen a naked woman, but never seen one.
Are up 4.5 points since this ridiculous Epstein stuff because people don't buy it. And
I just feel like they'd be up by 10 points.
Yeah, dude, they'd be up like a giggity schmoodle amount of points if you just did what you said you were going to do. Like, again, dude, I'm not one of these guys that says Trump's bad 24/7. I think he's done some good stuff. Shoot me. Take me outside and shoot me, I guess. Like, crucify me on the internet or whatever. But, like, even, like, I'm not one of these guys that is going to say that, like, every president has done, like, oh, dude, I'm a right-wing guy, so Biden did every single thing imaginable wrong. Well, Biden did do a lot of wrong things. What did Biden do that was good? I'm going to try to think of props. I don't know, like Obama did Obamacare, and I'm sure that was pretty cool. I can think Clinton did like better stuff with the mail system, so it was like really shit. Now it's only kind of shit, so that was good. Like I cannot think of anything. I can't think of anything for Biden. All right, well, I'm gonna be real here. Biden was an idiot, and Biden was like the worst president I think ever. So it's hard. You're putting me in a bad position here. Nobody liked Biden. I don't even think left-wing people liked Biden. He was the worst. Like that guy was like absolutely the worst. So like, give me a break for not thinking of something. I can think of something for every other president in like the history. Even the one that died of like a cherry seed or something, like died within a month in office. I'm sure he did a better job than Biden. So like get off of my fucking taint here, buddy.
You just posted it and it.
But my point was, I usually try to find the good in every presidency, even if I disagree with them on fundamental levels. And I think that if I tried hard enough, I could find something for Trump. If I tried hard enough for Biden, I probably could find something for Biden. I think you shouldn't be like I just hate him so much all the time. I'm going to focus my entire life on hating him. Oh, Gulf of America. I actually think that's fucking funny. I think the Gulf of America thing is fucking hilarious. That's something for Trump that I liked. I was trying to think of something I liked. The Gulf of America thing is fucking hilarious. I don't know why. Every time I think about it, I think it's just so funny. I think it's so funny that he changed the name to Gulf of America. Like, I don't know. It tickles me in a weird place. There's a win for Trump. Now I've got a one for Trump. Now I got to think of something for Biden. If you had something that Biden did good that isn't fucking retarded, let me know.
Implicated people that you thought were implicated, like Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Got a lot of problems coming up, in my opinion, with the famous island with Jeffrey Epstein.
This is, but I don't like this.
Hey, he pulled out of Afghanistan. He did a fucking terrible job of pulling out of Afghanistan, and he got a lot of people hurt, and he left all of our shit over there. But at least we were out of Afghanistan. So, there we go. It was a good with a caveat. How about that? I think that's congrats to Biden. He did what everybody said they were going to do by getting out of Afghanistan. He did it in a fucking god-awful way, but he did it. So, I'll give him that. I'll give him that as a partial W. He's got a thing with a caveat, and I don't think that the Gulf of America thing actually does anything whatsoever. I just think it's fucking hilarious. Every time I see somebody with a Gulf of America hat, I'm like, oh yeah, we don't call it the Gulf of Mexico anymore. That's a thing. I like it. I don't know. It's just fucking hilarious to me. It'll always get me in the giddy zone.
And we want to focus on trade deals. And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly.
Yeah. But we're going to bring up the other people who went there supposedly. But wouldn't you have that information? Isn't there a way that you could find out if it's supposed or not, Trump? You are the president of the United States. Wouldn't you be able to access, I don't know, a book of files, like a bunch of files that had like actual identifying information on if Bill Clinton went there or not. If you never went, then no big deal. Just out Bill Clinton. Call him a goonbag and we'll move on.
28 times. I never had the privilege of going to his island, and I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my
never had the privilege. Yeah, so it's privileged to go to the island. You had to be a really special guy to go to the island, I guess.
Very good moments. I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island.
Trump's 100% hiding shit. At this point, so much of this doesn't make sense to me at all. I think one of Trump's biggest strengths is his ability to read a room and effectively figure out what people are thinking. What's weird about this situation with Epstein is that it's like he's totally off base with it in a way that I would have never expected.
Yeah, dude, this is weird. It's weird, and I think that it should be called out. This is why this is like my third video. Like when I release this will be the third time I've addressed this, because I wouldn't feel okay with myself if there was a controversy like this going on at this moment, right? There's a controversy like this going on at this moment. And I just, like, I covered the Hunter Biden doing crack the other day. Like, I covered Hunter Biden being a goon bag. He's like, I don't want to tell you how to make crack, but this is how you make crack. I thought that was hilarious and goon bag shit. So if I'm going to cover that, why wouldn't I cover this? Why, like, what part of me in the realm of the world that wouldn't cover this? This is fucking weird and hilarious. It's hilarious in the fact that it's just like the double speak and watching famous people and like micro famous people be fucking idiots is funny to me. That's where I think it's in the realm of amazing that this exists, and we live in the best timeline, because it's funny to me to watch Trump be backed into a corner over literally something he could release, and then I don't know, is it so bad? Is it so bad that he's like fucking plastered all over it? Like, is the Epstein list just called the Memoirs of Trump's Weekend? Is that what's going on? A weekend at Epstein's, and every weekend it's Trump, and the whole book is just pictures of Trump and Epstein. Is that what's going on? We'll never know, and that's the problem. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Like and subscribe. Alright, boys and girls, now it's time to get to some fun stuff. We're gonna get to, like, a little bit of fun. I'm sick of covering the serious issues. I'm always the serious issue, guys. I gotta fix my ball sack. My ball sack is, my underwear is smashing my ball sack into my throat. I'm going to be talking like this because of how much scrotum pressure is going on in my body. Anyways, we are about to have a lot of fun because I saw a video by old Diesel Panches, the man who loves to send me unsolicited pictures of his colon region constantly, and I have to constantly tell him, sir, you are harassing me. To which he replies, I don't care, King Jiffy, go back to making your slop videos. And today's slop video is going to be covering something called this is racism, apparently. And I just am so excited because it deals with Sydney Sweeney. I think she's incredibly attractive. I'm pretty sure if Sydney Sweeney walked up to my wife and said, hey, do you want to have just uncontrollable, ruthless, cat of nine tails, wax paper, like the ones that you rip off hair out, like 80-pound, 7-foot-long appendages that I strap in front of my whisker patches of my undergarments, she would say yes. I'm pretty sure my wife would let Sydney Sweeney abolish her lower section with a giant clip-on wiener. You know what I mean? I think that would happen. Now, I'm not saying that my wife has ever had fantasies about being with another woman, but I'm just saying that I think everyone would want to have a time with the Sweeney of the Sydney. I think that's just an unabashed truth. I'm sorry, she's very attractive, and I think she's a pretty solid actress. So, like, getting past the objectification that I just did of this woman, I think she is an incredible actress at the same time. But we have a drama around her, apparently, so we're gonna jump right into this.
Sweeney from Fortnite is being accused of joining the Third Reich, which honestly surprises me.
Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle campaign sparks backlash and praise over tone and marketing strategy. What, did they show the American flag and they're calling it fascism? By the way, a little tangent here. When I was living in Portland, right? I was living in Portland. I one time DoorDashed some food to my house. Now, I used to have in front of my window an American flag, but on my front porch, it also said welcome, and it was English lettered, but it said welcome in Arabic. It was English letter, it was Arabic, because, like, my wife is Middle Eastern, right? Or half Middle Eastern. She's American citizen. And whatever. I don't need to give you the entire history lesson of my wife. Anyways, so I had this floor mat that was obviously in another language, and I had an American flag. And one day, somebody dropped off my food and sent me they sent me a message that was like 472 hashtags, all calling me a white supremacist. Incredibly weird. I was like, dude, just because you have an American flag, what about American flag makes you a white supremacist? And if you have any argument that proves that you think makes sense, you're retarded. You are a retarded person. You have no mental fortitude if you think just because somebody says flying an American flag, that makes him a white supremacist, you are an idiot and you are brain rotted. I will make fun of you just as much as somebody who is actually running like you make about as much sense as the people who run the weird 1940s fan symbol in a circle of red. I think you are as much of an idiot as those people. I really do. But anyways, let's go to the marketing strategy of one of the sexiest women on earth.
Me, because I thought Sweeney was for the girls and the gays. Personally, I think she's a handsome woman. I recently bid $2,000 on some jean shorts on eBay that the seller claimed is covered in Sweeney farts. And
yeah, based. Didn't she just recently release bathwater too? Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure she did, because my buddy was like, asked me what I would think of if he, what I would think of him if he bought this soap that had Sydney Sweeney's bathwater in it. And I said, hey, brother, you got to do what you got to do, and the bath time's for you, man. Bath time, scrubby. Robbie, I got some Sydney Sweeney on my body waddy. I was like, that's completely cool with you, man. I mean, I'm probably not gonna do it because every time I need a shower, I just grab my wife and use her as a bar of soap. I just take my entire wife and use her body as a bar of soap. Now, it doesn't clean me very well, but I get to scrub my face with her vagina.
Wait to snort my fucking brains out with those in a few days. Speaking of jeans and Sydney Sweeney, she recently did a collaboration with American Eagle.
Dear God, brother. You guys need to avert your eyes because there's too much going on in this area right now.
And used her sex appeal to sell mediocre clothes. This ad is...
By the way, I used to wear American Eagle jeans in high school. That was like my go-to. It was like American Eagle or Wranglers, like the cowboy Wranglers. Those were the two types of jeans I used to buy. Now I think I just own Wranglers, but I don't think I can fit in them because I'm too morbidly obese. I think I'd stretch my glutamus maximus and smash my wiener.
The Hitler allegations derive from. Why don't we go ahead and try to spot what caused the Twitter tantrum in the first place?
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh. That was the dumbest fucking thing. If this is... Oh my god, because genes... So... Oh my god, dude. So if my wife's brown, right? And then my daughter's a little brown, right? And then because I'm obviously a fucking milky white man. Or I get really tan because I got a little Cherokee running through me. Not a lot of Cherokee, but a little Cherokee running through me. So if my daughter can hold a tan, oh no, those are called genes, my brother. But because she's blonde-haired and blue-eyed, of course that they think this is a secret dog whistle to the alt-right neo-Nazis, which... What the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about in today's day and age? This is retarded.
Casper genes.
Yeah, I still don't get it. Maybe some of the replies to this American Eagle ad can give me the answer that I'm looking for, or at least leave a clue. Did they mean to include a bunch of Nazi...
I told you! I fucking told you! I know how these retards think! I have covered enough Hassan to realize that these guys are the biggest retards on the... And this guy right here, this goonbag right here, is the biggest Hassan Schmidt writer in the entire universe. This guy, if he got 2 seconds, like if he had to play 7 minutes in heaven or whatever with Hassan, I'm pretty sure he would assault the man. Hassan would come out holding his butt so tight that I would feel bad for him. I would never make fun of Hassan again if this guy's got 7 minutes in heaven with him.
Whistles in this. American Eagle needs to delete those Sydney Sweeney ads. They are genuinely scary.
But we all have genes in us.
Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad campaign is just modern day Nazi propaganda. Like, it's wild how blatant it is. Things are...
What does this even mean? What timeline are we in, brother? Oh my god. We have actual Dude, see, this is the thing, like, I talked about South Park a while back, right? And I don't even think South Park could come up with something this stupid. We live in a timeline that's more retarded than actual South Park. I'll read this actually how they wrote it. The Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad campaign is just like modern day Nazi propaganda. It is wild how blatant it is. Things are weird right now, man. They're like, oh my god, brother.
Weird right now, man. Loving the pro-white message. Alright, you guys are fucking useless. Let's dig a little bit deeper. A blue-eyed blonde woman whose taglines are wordplays of jeans and jeans. Sydney Sweeney has great genes. My jeans are blue. LMAO. Just straight up bald-faced Nazis.
Jesus Christ. Blue jeans. It's about the blue jeans. Like, anybody watching that ad with a normal functioning fucking brain that wasn't full of just, like, endless amounts of semen and AIDS would realize she's talking about blue jeans. Oh, God.
Oh, I get it. She's wearing jeans, which sounds like genes as in one's genetics. And of course, saying her genes are great while having bright blue eyes means she's racist. Huh. Either these guys are onto something that requires some real critical thinking,
Or they're being racist. I think that's what's happening. They're being racist. They're just being fucking actual monsters.
or they never leave the bedroom and avoid the sun at all costs. I'm gonna lean towards the latter. The use of the word great was not accidental. Make America great again. Great.
Dear God, dude. Oh my God. Can somebody just hit me with a semi-truck going 800 miles an hour? I would just be like, I would be turned into a giant mist of red. And I would actually be smarter. I would be smarter for being hit by that semi-truck than seeing this guy.
Great was not accidental. Make America great again. Great genes equals blue eyes. Uh-oh.
Genes equal blue eyes? Uh-oh. Or, maybe, and this is just my thought process, but the goal was for American Eagle to play off Sydney having great genes because she's often regarded as conventionally attractive. Could it mean this is associated with the common saying of someone has great genes when defining someone's attractiveness instead of Nazi?
Wow. Wow. I think it was 100% the Nazi stuff. It's the Nazi stuff, obviously. Got it. Oh, dude, you're being dumb. Oh, you think because she has big boobs, she has great genes? No, she's a slut. Like, what are we talking about?
Propaganda? Maybe these guys are onto something. Maybe I'm just failing to see the bigger picture. After all, I am white. Maybe I just don't know any better. Why don't we go ahead and play the video backwards and listen just a little bit closer.
My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
Ah, I knew it, dude. I knew it. Oh my God. It was about time that somebody finally exposed the evil that is happening in Hollywood. Here you thought that Hollywood's trying to make you gay. No. Hollywood is trying to turn you into Mustache Man.
Oh my God. These claims that Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle are promoting eugenics because they made a connection about gene pants and one's genetics based on their blue eyes is kind of a big stretch. Did I miss the part of the commercial where Sydney literally slams her fists on a podium saying we should round up all the brown and hazel-eyed people? Simply saying that blue eyes are great is not the same as saying that all other eye colors are ugly. And
I don't think that was the point either. I think they were trying to like hide. I think they were just focusing on her eyes. What I thought is like, oh, they're trying to show that she's sexy. And then I didn't think anything else about it. But dear God, these people are retarded.
Specific eye color is superior. Oh, haha. Like genes. I get it. She has good genes. Like she has good genes. Ha 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 ha. Like in a Nazi way. Totally. Put a dark-skinned woman with brown eyes in the same ad with different colored jeans and the play on words still works. Like if, let's say, Beyonce was in the commercial instead and said she had great genes and she loves her eye color, nobody would give a fuck because why should they? It's blatantly obvious.
I don't think she never even said she liked her eye color. That's what's funniest about this. It just kind of zoomed in her eyes. If they would have done this with Beyonce, it would have been like, oh, okay. Gene commercial. I got it. And then the internet wouldn't have said anything. I think there's just a secret hate for Sydney Sweeney going on out here.
Yes, the theme of the ad is that Sydney is considered conventionally attractive while connecting that to blue jeans. It's really not that fucking deep. If Sydney was considered ugly by the...
I mean, that's like been the entire internet is just talking about, like, for ever since she, like, did her first role. All people can talk about is how hot she is. It's like Jennifer Lawrence. She's like Jennifer Lawrence too. And then before Jennifer Lawrence, it was like Kate Upton. And then, like, every generation has their hot chick, right? And she's the hot chick for this generation. So... I don't really think it's that crazy.
Majority of society, then she wouldn't be in this commercial regardless of her eye and hair color. Probably because since the dawn of time, attractiveness and sex is what sells, not ethnic cleansing.
Poor Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom looks like a big old pug. I mean, I look like a fat, like, Italian person right now. I look like every mob person with a beard, though. I have a beard, and I don't know if Italian people can grow mustaches. Can they grow mustaches? Yeah, Mario. Anyways, I look like a goon bag, but Turkey Tom has the weirdest face shape I've ever seen, and the poor guy works out like a bad man out of hell. Dude's in great shape, but his face just keeps staying square.
It's simply, jeans with a G and jeans with a J rhyme. Sydney has blue eyes, and she's wearing blue jeans. While acknowledging both are great, the purpose is to sell the product with eye candy. If you interpret this as some sort of Nazi propaganda, either you're under the age of 10, or you sit in your room all day and snort hairspray.
Absolutely, the hairspray thing. That's why I have made the profound realization with watching this, that this was a secret Nazi dog whistle. That's what it was from the beginning of time. They want to they want to promote Sydney Sweeney, and by promoting Sydney Sweeney, they shall usher in an era of socialism and racism. That's what we're going. I can't even fucking know. Like, I can't even think. This is so stupid. Oh dear God, this is retarded. Like, what? This is like why I love the internet. I love the internet because every day we get a free South Park episode without South Park having to write jack and shit. But that's all I got for you guys on that one. That was profoundly brain cancer. That was the worst brain cancer I've ever seen in my entire life. I think that I need to see a doctor. But thank you guys all so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Alright, we got, ooh, there's so much. What is this? Somehow that got even worse. What is going on? Ooh, this is something I wanted to cover. Oh yeah. So there's this app, right? There's this app. I think it's called like T. I think it's called like T or something. I can find it. I don't know. T Dating Advice. It's called T Dating Advice. Basically what it does is you look up a guy that you're thinking about dating. Yeah, you find this guy. And I think that this started with good intentions. I'm going to be real with you. I think this absolutely started with good intentions. Like, some guy, I think the creator, his mom, ended up meeting a guy, and he wanted to fleece her for all his money, or all her money or something, because he was like a convict and like an absolute scumbag. So he's like, we need something to protect women out there. But instead of just making an app where it did both things, right? It like protected women by like saying, okay, I had an experience with this guy. I'm going to create a profile on him. And also did the same thing for women. This is the girl. I'm going to create a profile on her. And just did that. And they couldn't get there wouldn't be any sexism accusations, because it would just be, boom, you're looking up to see if this person has any drama. Because everybody does background checks on everybody anymore, because we have the internet. But instead, they just did it for women, right? They just did it for women. And it's basically an app that doxes your entire life. And then, like, these chicks, like, put in, like, oh, he's got a weird shaped penis or something. I don't know. But I don't know. I guess it's getting really bad out there with this app. I guess this has like some really crazy drama. Now, I haven't covered anything on this, but I am willing to. And this is from Asmongold. So let's see how goonbag behavior this is.
Here we go. The tea leak.
Hey, so the incels are at it again.
That's me.
No one can have a fun time on the internet.
That's right.
It's just the rule, especially if you're a woman. Nice try.
I can guarantee you, anyone wearing...
Wait, there's a leak? Oh my God! What was like? I want to know. Like, we're gonna ask Grok real quick. I know this is the stupidest way to find out any information, because like everybody's gonna criticize me for not just spending 14 hours autistically looking up information. But let's go T leak drama. Let's go that. Searching. Grok is searching. It's got to ask its stupid AI thing. The T-Leak drama refers to the major data breach involving the T Dating Advice app, a women-only platform. See, that's where they made the mistake. If you want to not be a sexist, don't make your shit women-only, especially if you're going to dox people. Designed to share anonymous reviews about men to promote safe dating. In late July 2025, hackers accessed a legacy storage item exposing around 72,000 images, including 13,000 verification selfies and government IDs, like driver's license. Jesus Christ, this app's insane, bro. Do they have like men's driver's license? Signed up before February 2024, and 59,000 publicly viewable images from posts, comments, and direct messages. The breach was first reported by 404 Media after 4chan users discovered an unsecure Firebase storage bucket, with some creating a Google Maps visualization of user locations based on the leaked data. The app, funded by Sean Cook in 2023 after his mother's negative online dating experiences, I was right, I said I knew it was something along those lines, had surged from the top of Apple's US App Store with over 4 million users. Fueled by social media attention, it allows women to run background checks, reverse image searches, and share red flags or green flag reviews about men. While praised for enhancing women's safety, it faced criticism for potential privacy violations, defamation risks, and enabling cyberbullying. The last thing's gay. The breach intensified these concerns, exposing users to risks like stalking and identity theft. T confirmed the hack, stating no email addresses and phone numbers were compromised, and they engaged cybersecurity experts to secure systems. Critics, including cybersecurity experts, highlighted the irony of safety-focused app failing to protect user data, with some calling for caution and sharing the sensitive information online. A short-lived retaliatory men-only app, T-Born, was removed from the App Store after backlash over revenge porn concerns. Oh, damn. That's crazy. I knew that if they ever did a man one, it'd get nuked off the thing immediately. This is like something funny that happened. I've brought this up before, but there was like a... I remember when Blue Sky came out, right? Recently, Blue Sky came out. It's like a left-wing circle jerk loserville. It's a loser app. It is a loser app. I'm sorry, it is. If you want to come at me, I think anybody going to Blue Sky and like actually like getting rid of their Twitter and just living on Blue Sky is a loser. Use all of them. Use all of them if you're gonna use them. And I was like, I used to. It was like the same thing with there was this other one. It was a right-wing one back in the day, and I've told this before, but it existed just for right-wing guys to goon for themselves because they thought Twitter was too leftist back then. I don't like that type of shit. I don't like when you find a place that's only for your kind. We gotta live in a little echo chamber like a bunch of fucking losers, bro. That means you're gonna be inundated with only people that yes man you and nobody that pushes back, and that makes you a fucking loser. But anyways, let's get right into the most recent shit about this.
These glasses doesn't want you to have fun. That's the last thing they want you to have.
Quick context. The T app was a platform designed to catalogue and expose men with whom female users had interacted, often including full names, photographs, and personal information. But here's the catch. To prevent unauthorized access by men, the app implemented a strict verification process requiring users to...
So it was in men's... They weren't like taking and uploading men's IDs. I thought that would have been crazy. That would have been really crazy.
Submit government-issued IDs. After the app went viral, it immediately sparked a major scandal. So a coordinated group from 4chan's intelligentsia swiftly gained access to the entire user database, including everything, even sensitive geolocation data. One user was even part of the US Department of Defense. In the aftermath, a game was created featuring public rankings designed to mock the former wannabe...
Oh, that's so rude. That's so messed up, but it's kind of funny. But it's super messed up because that's basically... Like, creating an app to where you decide about, like, how shitty men are is kind of fucked. You should have done it, like, again, I would say it's not fucked if there was both men and women on it. Then you could only... Like, you could only critique men if they were on the app, right? But whatever.
Doxers.
And the idea that it's like doxing people and now it's like backlash, they're getting backlash where they're getting doxed is fucked up, but it is super ironic because the whole app is just about doxing guys.
Saw you trying to stay safe there.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
gonna happen. Not on their watch. I do, of course, also think that there is quite a bit of responsibility on the app. You know,
I love how, like, every single time something like this happens, these people play, you know, the floor is lava with taking accountability for their own actions. You are on an app that's all about leaking personal fucking info.
Apparently, that shit was not secure, and all of that info got leaked. Like, they can see your exact coordinates.
Clearly didn't set up enough security measures, so...
Yeah, brother, they got you. They got you. You've been fleeced. You got fleeced by the Protect Women app with their terrible security measures, and it screwed you. Yeah, on the I'm going to make a bullshit about a guy app is blowing up in your face. How fucking ironic is that?
Somebody nasty was able to easily access these images and leak them. So head on a swivel, ladies.
And so, again, you have... And this is what got leaked, by the way. This is what got leaked right here. Yep. Yep, there it is. Holy brother, that's right. I knew it. I fucking knew it, bro.
brutal. I do feel a little bad for these girls, right? I'm not gonna be like an absolute monster and say I don't feel a little bad, but like here's the thing, you kind of reap what you sow here. So you created an app where you could just like say whatever. There's no from what I heard, there's no verifying means to prove like that these guys did anything. So you're just out here stating claims about these guys, saying shit that could be false. Like you say, oh, he's a criminal. Never have a criminal record. We don't, like, I don't know what it is because of course I'm a guy, so I'm not allowed on the app, which I think is disgusting. I think if you're going to have an app like this and you want to protect people, you should want to just protect people. Right? Don't we want to fight for equality in this world? Like, why wouldn't you want guys to not end up with somebody who's like stolen from a bunch of guys? Her whole point in life is I'm going to fleece all these guys for their money. Like, wouldn't you want to protect both people? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy in that regard. Who knows? But that was the tea drama. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. All right, boys and girls, we got Kai Cenat's career is finished. This is from WestJet. He is a sweet, sweet boy, probably my favorite commentary channel because he doesn't send me pictures of his colon. But we're going to get into why Kai Cenat is finished. Now, I haven't touched base with Kai Cenat. I saw his boy Phantom a few weeks ago, blasted his cousin into the atmosphere with a single flash of a job application. Phantom jumped levels of based that I never thought he would jump, but I'm curious what Kai Cenat has done to himself.
Deployed. Kai Cenat's in hot water and he
Wait.
Massive day for the unemployed.
Oh, every time that drops, bro, I shoot ropes in my pantalones, bro. I love that beginning. It makes me want to rip it off so bad, bro. Just massive day for the unemployed. I love it, dude. I fucking love it, bro.
Kai Cenat's in hot water and he can't even swim. Jinxie, a popular special needs streamer, was playing Clash Royale and they had a duo stream planned, which Kai Cenat abandoned to do something else.
Let me go see what these talking about. What the fuck is this? Now, chat, what the fuck is this right here, bro? It's a static.
All right, chat, I'm gonna go to the gym, bro. I don't even know what's going on. All right, I'm gonna see y'all boys, bro.
Poor Jinxie, brother. Jinxie's out here just jinxing it up, and he's getting screwed over by Kai Sizzled.
I tried to set up a tourney. I don't know. I'm gonna see y'all boys tomorrow, all right, bro?
Not only did he air Jinxie pretty hard, but people were speculating that he stole the Clash Royale idea from Jinxie. Look, he doesn't even know how to play. You gotta drag the troop, you fraud. And the only time he responded is when chat was spamming so many L's, he couldn't ignore it.
I feel bad now because, like, the nigga literally was waiting all day and posted a fly and all types of...
Yeah, you should feel bad, brother. You left a dude just fucking chilling there. This is like when I say I'm gonna be on the game. I'm literally saying, oh, I'll be on the game, bro. But then they can see me on like PlayStation or Xbox. They can see my little name just sitting there, and I just never get on. I decide to just go play by myself. I ignore them all day, and then I go live. I go live on YouTube, and they're like, "Whoa, dude, what is Jeff doing, dude? What is Jeff doing over here? Why is he being a loser? He said he was gonna play with us. We haven't talked to him in like a month, and then he just bails on us. So that would be a douchebag thing to do, and this is douchey."
You saying who give a fuck, bro? It's not about who gives a fuck. It's about like the nigga time. It's a nigga stream. You feel me? I don't know. I'm still gonna do it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing it. It might not be on my stream, but I'm doing it. I'm still doing it. So, to dedicate a day.
There's a reason God made you 5'4". It's to contain that massive ego of yours. Kai Cenat, more like Kai Cenat.
Bro, y'all just messed up with Jinxie, gang.
You said what?
I just messed up Jinxie shit.
How?
Because he was ready for us.
Oh my god, he's gonna cry now. Don't cry. You're being a bitch.
I didn't want to do the IRL shit, but he just ended. Like, we were supposed to play with him.
I ain't lie. Who said that? Like, I don't know how we supposed to know that because we were supposed to do this game.
Bro, we had to communicate with him, bro. He literally was ready.
Albeit, he only made a response after, the hate was too much to ignore. At least he's taken responsibility and, actually feels bad for it. Misunderstand.
Does he, though? Does he feel bad? Or do we have somebody that's like an entertainer that's pretending to feel bad on stream? Because I was like so mad. But he was on the stream, though. He was on the stream, and we totally fucked him over. This bro's like, who gives a fuck, bro? Who cares, dude? It doesn't matter. And then, like, obvious thing, but he's like,
Ending. Jinxie didn't know AMP had an IRL bet. Yeah, because AMP and Kai can't communicate. It being a misunderstanding changes nothing. They were hella disrespectful to Jinxie, and he's very likely only acting sorry to avoid hate.
That's what I'm saying, brother. I think that he put on those fake tears as hard as fucking possible.
Bare minimum respect would be to tell Jinxie beforehand that they had another event planned. Like, how is Jinxie supposed to know if you keep him in the dark? Not intended. Now, a lot of people are saying that Kai Cenat ripped off Clash Royale from Jinxie, but obviously the game is much bigger than Jinxie, and he doesn't own the freaking intellectual rights to it, but still, kind of shady. The only thing Jinxie owns is a EpiPen. No hate, but Kai Cenat don't care unless he benefits from it.
Ooh, that actually hurts, brother. That actually hurts. Dude, Kai Cenat is like, I do feel like sometimes Kai Cenat gets a little bit of flack for feeling industry planty because he gets every famous person on his stream, but at the same time, I feel like he's marginally entertaining. I think the out of all of these guys, I think Queso's kind of chill. Jinxie's a little bit of a spurg, but he's kind of chill. I like IShowSpeed, okay. Kai Cenat just he's like Joe Rogan he's like the black Joe Rogan, right? He is interesting if he has somebody on that's interesting.
Cenat at it again. He's only doing it because he's getting hate. It's not even genuine. I'm just gonna say it right now. You can't be genuine while streaming on Twitch.
Cheating. Dude, absolutely. These guys live in a fucking ecosystem of sucking each other off that you would not believe. What the heck just happened?
It's not even genuine.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, it's music. Ah, dude, it's just they have music on it.
Genuinely, Kai Cenat became everything he hated.
Dude, oh my god, he got hit with he got hit with the music claim, so he cut everything. Oh no. Oh no, bro got hit.
Of course you're defending the white guy. Most Kai Cenat viewers don't have the attention span to make it this far in the video, but this isn't about race. This is about disrespect. And in fact, I'll let you know, one of my favorite YouTubers is Gideon.
What the fuck is going on, bro? Brother went down to, I'm not a racist arc, here's my black friend.
Black friends, and I can rap Juice WRLD's Bandit, all of the lyrics.
Oh my god, dude. Every time.
Treated him with weight. Smug bastard.
I don't even know what's going on.
Why are they acting like he's not a person, though? RiceGum treated him with way more respect. AMP hate isn't forced enough. Let's be honest, folks. The only reason you'd even watch Kai Cenat is if, you know, IShowSpeed's offline. He's IShowSpeed's waiting room.
Oh, dear God, that scared the shit out of me. I'm super scared of heights, guys. I want you to know I'm very scared of heights. So when he jumped near the edge, I wanted to die.
Kai Cenat got no aura. All he could
By
do
the way, I agree. I love IShowSpeed. I think that dude's actually funny. I think he's an entertaining guy. And I always felt like Kai Cenat was like lightweight IShowSpeed, who had like his whole flex was, look who I can get, what celebrity I can get on this week.
Give away PlayStations.
I tried to set up attorney. I don't know.
I didn't even think he did nothing wrong until people called him out, so shows you the type of character he is. Jinxie is so humble, even though he is so famous. They are disrespecting him. I'm gonna go to the gym. Real, man, real. All right, we're gonna have to end that segment right there.
Let's see. Alkai. What am I doing? Why does it say Alkai? No, tell Jinxie. Matter of fact, no. Okay, yeah. I'm going to Jinxie, bro.
Just care after they started spamming F.
Dude, what I tell you, that manufactured fucking sadness it goes hard, bro. It goes hard in the paint. These motherfuckers are so fake.
Tell Jinxie they had something playing IRL, but nigga, I'm about to do a one-on-one. Tell Jinxie I'll do the one-on-one with him. I'm not doing it. I didn't want to do the IRL shit.
But you straight up did, you bum.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, the IRL shit you prioritized. You could have just texted Jinxie, brother. It's not hard. You make plans and you follow through on the plans. It's not very hard.
No. Tell him come back on. He got on for real. Jinxie ended for real. Oh God.
It was at this moment that he knew.
He fucked up.
To me, Kai Cenat just seems inauthentic. He's a PR machine.
Yep, I feel the same way. I don't hate Kai Cenat, but again, I think his shit is just performative as fucking humanly possible, and he does it with these celebrities so that he can gain some clout from them and put them in awkward situations, but at the same time, not awkward enough. He's like late night. He's like the new version of Jimmy Fallon for like Zoomers. He and like these fucking online Twitch goonbags. He is the 100% Jimmy Fallon for Twitch goonbags.
A PR merchant, if you will. And if you don't see that, it's all right. Not all of us were given the gift of triple-digit IQ.
Bro, we had to communicate with him, bro.
W. Kai. Sure, buddy.
Sure, buddy.
What makes it kind of funny is how confused Jinxie looks throughout this whole ordeal. He's like, dude, what is going on? He's just lost for words. He's like, is this really happening right now? Massive news for the unemployed.
Hey, look at this guy.
But Aiden was right.
Bro.
Yo, what did Aiden say? Like, I saw that WestJet actually covered something. We're gonna double this up, dude. We're gonna double this up to. I saw recently. Okay, so this is about what here. We're gonna go with this one.
Unemployed. Kai Cenat's in hot water and he can't even swim. The drama between him and Aiden Ross escalated to such an extreme. Check this out. Kai Cenat is refusing to pick up Aiden Ross's phone calls, even though Aiden made his career.
Damn, bro. Damn, I didn't know that Aiden Ross made his career. I don't know enough about Kai Cenat, apparently.
Begging Aiden Ross on his knees. It all happened on this stream. The whole chat was spamming that Aiden was calling and Kai was acting very weird.
And help me with Duke fucking blows past me, gang. All right, bro.
Oh, look at him just ignore it, bro.
That's all right.
He's just being a slime ball and people are finally starting to...
Oh my god, dude. Look at this, dude. It's the same shit, bro. He's not gonna care. He's not gonna care because he knows that Aiden Ross is a bit edgy, right? He's a bit of a dangerous prospect that could hurt his chance to get the next biggest celebrity on his stream. He has Pedro Pascal lined up to sit in his room and eat Big Macs with him.
See how fake this midget weasel is? Crazy how Aiden always showed nothing but love to Kai but gets treated like this. Kai Cenat ruined what it means to be a real streamer. It's all fake energy and over-the-top acting.
Bro, dude, I'm so glad that I just queued this up. I said all this shit. Oh my god, Kai Cenat is one of the most performative fucking industry people. He is 1000% fucking Twitch Jimmy Fallon.
If Aiden never rated Kai Cenat, he would have never had a career. You know that's true because even Myth had more viewers than Kai at the time. Anyway, like a MacBook, Kai Cenat folded under pressure and had to give his explanation about Aiden Ross because his chat was going crazy.
When that shit started going on with Rumble, Twitch, and Kick, it became like a sided thing to where a lot of people in their communities feel like they had to choose a side to wear the stream on.
True, it was a gang war with the Twitch.
Ah, there we go, dude. You got if you go to Rumble, then you gotta fight everybody you see that you know has ever streamed on Twitch. You gotta throw the elbow of victory into their fucking noggin. And if you're on Kick, you just go back to gambling.
Streamers.
I got clowned for staying on Twitch. Are y'all niggas forgetting that shit? Are niggas forgetting?
You deserve to get clowned for picking this gooner platform.
Nigga, I got 3v1 one night.
Hey, yo!
When niggas photoshopped me on a plantation with the CEO with a whip and niggas was laughing at me. For all that to happen.
Oh no, dude, you're such a victim. I feel so bad for you that you got memed on the internet. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Happen, and everybody come
So
back.
you have to be a dictator, Ross, because people on the internet were mean to you. Got it.
Back on Twitch.
Oh no, I leaned in though. Yeah, that like super hit my point really hard because when you lean in and pretend like you care more and like, oh dude, and oh because they were so mean to me because I stayed on Twitch though. You don't remember that shit though? Yeah, oh my god, it's so fake and performative.
If anyone would run a plantation, it would be the Twitch Gooner CEO. I don't trust that guy. Kai Cenat reveals the reason why he started distancing himself from Aiden Ross online. Aiden's manager called him the N-word while on the phone at 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah? What's about to happen again?
Oh my god, dude. Oh, baby, but that's his manager. What the fuck does that have to do with Aiden?
He calls me, he says, hey bro, Aiden having a birthday party, so you need to be here by tomorrow, bro. We'll send you a jet. We'll make sure everything, we'll send you a jet. We'll make sure you're good. We'll fly you out there, bro, if you can. He says, if he keep this gambling shit up, I'm gonna go to the FaZe guys. Tav is a white man, by the way. He proceeds to say, from Nike to McDonald's, but bro, keep it real, bro. A chicken Big Mac, nigga? A chicken Big Mac?
That's the funniest shit I've heard in my life. Valid crash out, dog. You were the one who chose the chicken Big Mac.
4 a.m. calling me about a fucking McDonald's commercial saying my face. In my head, I'm like,
You can't be a gangster when you're streaming on Twitch. I can't take this serious.
This is amazing. This is way funnier than him wiping the floor with Jinxie, like fucking leaving Jinxie on red, brother. But this is way funnier than leaving Jinxie on red.
Obviously. Anyway, Aiden Ross responded with his manager. Check this out.
Yep. Are you eating a chicken mac? No. Dude, what the fuck was that, dude? Did you say that shit?
I don't know. This is last year, your birthday. After we did your birthday, I don't remember most of. If I did, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean anything fucking bad about it.
Nah, yeah, you good. I mean, I'm not one to say you're good and shit.
He like accepted the apology on Kai's behalf, and then he was like, "Wait a sec."
This is the funniest thing I've seen all year, bro. You're good. I mean, you're not good, but you're good.
a lot too, bro. And I every interview I walk in, I make sure I say, yo, Aiden definitely did his thing, and he wilded out, and he's such a good creator and shit. But like.
And that's true. Early on, these guys had a bit of their gay little bromance. They were buying each other watches, trying to one-up each other. They were practically kissing. And then Aiden started getting a little controversial and getting banned off Twitch. And people say Kai switched up. Kai just feels inauthentic. As soon as Aiden gets a bit...
That's true, dude. You did see a separation between the two. I remember Aiden Ross was like on the top of the world, and I was like, who the fuck is this Aiden Ross guy? And then like a week later, he was banned. And then Kai Cenat showed up everywhere, and it was like, oh. They had a little bromance. That's crazy that they don't anymore. And it's funny how these Twitch guys do this shit too. And you see this all the time. One Twitch guy will get in a little bit of hot water, and they will instantly let the dogs go and ravage their friend. It's pathetic.
Big collab with Drake. Kai's calling in, and then he can't answer the phone when he's basically doing nothing. Even Kai's friends were calling him out for his behavior on the low.
Cause I remember when Aiden texted Kai and was like, yo, could you say something about this? This is unfair. How her son get unbanned after one day for saying somebody should be killed, and I didn't get unbanned, and this nigga Kai didn't even reply to Aiden.
Damn, bro. Aiden's straight. Dude, fuck you, Kai. You're not even gonna say shit about Hassan? You're scared of Hassan, brother? You're like 80 times the size of Hassan.
Whoever this guy is, actual W human, not scared of Kai's numbers or influence. I'll link this tweet down below, but this guy basically summed up their whole lore.
If the chat is cool, I laugh me personally, I'll be in the community. I'm gonna tell you what you got here, Aiden. Aiden, I'm gonna tell you what you have to hear.
Dude, look, we gotta check out the whole lore. Dude. I'm excited for this. Where is this tweet, dude? Lore tweet. Oh my god, we're gonna dive into this so deep, brother. We're gonna dive into the whole lore. From begging to join Aiden Ross's streams to acting like he doesn't exist, an Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat fall out thread. First and foremost, let's start from the beginning. Aiden Ross was an established streamer who would pull out that 100,000 view average. Kai wasn't. He was just starting up. He wasn't, but he was smart. He knew who to collab with in order to grow, which is why, which he did by asking Aiden Ross to stream with him. Aiden Ross would host these e-dating shows, which Kai Cenat would be featured quite frequently, which most people would consider his big break, where the average Twitch user would learn about him. 38 minutes of Kai Cenat on a dating show. 2021, they were inseparable. Anytime Aiden was live, Kai was in the chat and vice versa. No static and absolute love all around. They even hosted their first stream ever where Aiden invited the entire AMT team over. 2022 was the year where the cracks formed. Aiden Ross gets banned from Twitch, and at the time it was assumed was a permanent suspension, but this gave Kai the perfect opportunity to snatch the throne, which he did and became the most subscribed streamer at the time. Aiden, who was always at top, now officially had competition, and with him being banned, he had just had to sit there and watch Kai Cenat start doing something he's been doing for years. Rapper streams. 2022, Aiden Ross is unbanned. Kai Cenat has grown a lot, but he's still friends with Aiden. He congratulates Aiden when he gets unbanned. Things are different now. Instead of big bro, little bro, it's big bro and big bro, but they still try to one-up each other, even if it's unintentional. It still happened. Aiden buys Kai a watch. Kai buys Aiden 2 watches. Aiden buys 2 watches and a car. Car kind of one-ups. 2022 is what people would consider Aiden's start of his controversial era, and that doesn't say it more than what an Andrew Tate stream, the biggest guy on the internet, which Aiden had on stream, and Kai wanted a piece of it.
Other man, stop!
Here he comes.
Don't do that.
There you go.
The top fucking G. Love the content, man. I'm a big fan, bro. What the?
Alright, hold on. X2 might say you're prodding. Hold on, be careful, bro.
Oh shit! Oh shit! So, dude, look at fucking Kai trying to get up on that Andrew on the fucking women beater dick. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. He was trying to get it so hard. In 2023, they are still friends publicly. He even surprised Aiden Ross with a watch for his birthday. February 2023, Aiden Ross is banned again. Assumed it's permanent again, but this time Kai Cenat, the biggest streamer on Twitch, so he has the leverage, and he vows he will get Aiden unbanned on stream. He says 1. He says it twice. He says it 3 times. You get the point. He says it a lot. Threatens to leave Twitch if he didn't unban Ross. This is important to remember this. He even gives Aiden tips on how to possibly get unbanned, tells him to delete his Twitter, stop gambling, etc. Things he does already. Aiden's community takes notice and makes this video.
If the chat is cool, I laugh. Me personally, I'll be in the community. I'm gonna tell you what you gotta hear, Aiden. Aiden, I'm gonna tell you what you have to hear.
Oh, Aiden, who is desperate for unban, so he does exactly what Kai wants him. Deletes his community, a community with over 100,000 members. Oh yeah, dude, look at that. Absolutely gone. The reason why Kai wanted the community deleted was due to the toxicity, and the examples of toxicity is when the community brought up a weird trend where every time Aiden had a big moment, Kai would try with a one-up. For example, Aiden gets Donald Trump on stream. The next day, he announces Kamala invites him. Something that Kamala Times said it didn't happen. Kai's relationship with Aiden was him trying to get one up. He felt like he had the power over him, from dangling the urban over his head to buying more expensive gifts to lying to announce streams like Kamala. It didn't matter. He wanted Aiden to know he was the big dog. During big streams, he would even call him randomly, calling him while he's on with Drake. March 2025, Aiden Ross is still unbanned. The man who swore up and down he'd get him are still banned. The man who swore up and down he would get him banned was nowhere to be found. Not a peep. 15 days later, Aiden Ross is unbanned, and Mr. Kai Cenat starts congratulating him, saying to hit him up. He never wanted him unbanned. He wanted him to know he could, but didn't want to. This was a power move, and the last time Kai said anything on Aiden publicly, Coffin exposed it. 6 months later, 6 months of Kai Cenat not uttering a single Aiden Ross term. Some say it's because of his PR. Others say it's because of Aiden Ross community. But I think it's because he can no longer dangle the urban over his head. Regardless, he acts as Aiden doesn't exist. Today it boiled over. Aiden Ross called him out for acting like he doesn't exist. Moral of the story? Bro, who cares? You don't know these people. They are millionaires, and you are reading a schizo poster. Get a job. Holy shit, that was a deep thread, my brother. Oh my god, we went through the entire thread, word for word. We are going crazy on this stream. Holy crap, dude. That is a deep, like lore. That lore goes so deep into my colon, I might have hit my G-spot. Holy cow. But yeah, that was the entire Aiden Ross Kai Cenat drama. Let's go, guys. All right, we got one more thing to cover for the day. This is My Cameraman Murdered His Family by Nathan, aka his dad. This is insane. I saw this, and I think this might be the most insane thing I've seen on the internet in a while. Now, I'm hoping this is clickbait. I am gonna jump the playback speed up to 1.5 because dad kind of talks a little slow, but I hope this is clickbait because this might be one of the wildest things I've seen on the internet in a while.
Welcome to a different video. I feel like I say that a lot now. You may be familiar with my Grave Stories series, where I cover dark and spooky things, true crime, ghost stuff. I was a former gravedigger. I kind of
What? He was a former gravedigger. I also cover stuff like this on my show. I've dipped my toe in a little bit of true crime. I like doing an occasional true crime story.
fascinated with spooky.
I know I did the Halo murders. I did an expose type thing on the guy who used to work on the Legacy of Kain games. I had some other ones that I'd worked on. I think a Tetris one. I've done a few things. I don't know if they're all released or if I trashed them or what, but they're coming up. They're coming up. I don't know where they are in like the gun rotation and the Russian roulette of me releasing videos, but I got some stuff coming up.
Scary stories. This is, I don't even know if I can categorize this as that. This is a very sad, dark story, and it's different this time because this time it involves someone I knew.
Because this time it's personal. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is a very serious moment, but it's personal. It's so funny. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. You know how hard it was for him not to say this is personal? I don't know. It's like Taken 2. This time it's personal. The first time they took my daughter, then they took my wife and daughter. This is personal.
I worked with. I don't even know how I'm going to get into this, but I guess here we go. This is the story of a man I knew who murdered his family.
Dear God, brother. This is wild, man. Murdered his family. Jesus. I know that's what the thing says, but your cameraman just goon smoked his family? What the fuck? Oh my God, to have this intro over... Oh, Jesus. Bro, this guy can't catch a break. I don't know. This is... He goes broke because of Creator Clash. And he gets screwed over. He wants to take over Creator Clash. And then his cameraman murders his entire family. Not his family, but the cameraman's family. This is... He's had a wild month.
I don't really have a script for this episode. I'm just going to tell you the events as they happened and as I know them to have happened. So here we go. Sam Haskell was a man that I worked with over the years. You've seen the videos I've done with him, my Stupid Idiot series where I was at the school as a gym teacher, my Skittles commercial where I was a spokesperson for Skittles. He's actually in my Keith Abic.
Oh my God, dude. This was like actually his cameraman. Holy shit, brother. What a day in the internet.
Carrie Ninja Turtles music video. We dressed him up as Dolph Ziggler because he had blonde hair. So Sam was the guy who owned a Red camera. When I made stuff with Maker Studios, I had a producer, and Maker Studios had like DPs and just like this whole crew of everyone that would film videos for YouTubers. And I was one of those YouTubers. Sam was the guy who owned the camera and would rent it to the team of people to film these videos. And
holy shit, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God. Could you imagine, bro? Your bro, somebody that you fucking knew murdering their entire family? That is crazy, brother. That is so wild. It's like, hey, where's Sam today? I haven't seen him in a while. Oh, he murdered his entire family. What do you think about that? What the fuck?
he always came with the camera. He was a DP, but he never really...
Double penetrator. That's what that's known for. He was a double penetrator.
Filmed the videos. There's always another DP that filmed it. Sam would just get like paid for the camera. He didn't even have to be there, but he always was there, especially on my shoots. He was a fan of mine. He used to talk to me all the time. He loved video games. He liked Keith Abicary. So he'd always be around. So I knew him basically as like the camera guy. He was a unique guy. He was a little different. For example, there was a time where my friend Paul and I, who directed a lot of the videos I did, Paul and I went to his house to pick up footage from a video we shot. We went there to his house, and the house was like really big. It was like a mansion basically. And the room we went into was just completely empty, like this big mansion with no furniture in it besides one desk with a computer and his Red plugged into it where he dumped the...
That's terrifying, dude. That is terrifying. He just had a room with one desk in it and a computer on top of it. That is like some perfect no-sleep journey. Speaking of no-sleep stuff, if you like horror stuff that isn't real, definitely check out my podcast. It's much better than my regular content. It is called Haunted Router. It is, if you ever worry about me fumbling over words, Don't worry, because I let my co-host Ben from Now One Games do all of the hard reading, and I just come with my autistic voices. So definitely go check that out. But yeah, no, this is fucking definitely something that sounds like it's from a No Sleep Story.
Footage, and he would process the red camera footage. And there was like nothing else in the room, and Paul and I were like, what the heck, what is this so strange? He grew up in the entertainment industry. His dad was a really big agent, and that's what we assumed that's where the money came from for the house and how he got his red camera. One interesting story I have about Sam was a time he asked me to come and be in a short film. It was either a short film or like someone, they were filming a TV pilot and they wanted to show it to a network, so they're shooting an episode. I went to this location in Tarzana where Sam was filming this like project for these two people. It was a guy and a girl. They had written it and they were directing it, and they just needed me to do like a small part where I was wearing like a bunch of casts. Sam wanted to elaborate on my part because he was like a fan of mine. He's like, no, dude, this is too small of a part for you. You need to do something bigger in this. And then I remember the people walking away because he had a conversation with them that I couldn't really hear. And they walked inside, and then he said to me, I just told them I'm not filming the rest of their thing unless they give you like some more lines and stuff. And then they went inside to be like, what the heck do we do? This guy's like, this cameraman's hijacking our project. And I was like, oh my God, dude. But eventually I went inside and they got the shot they needed of a guy laying in a bed. And they just needed a shot of me like laying in a bed like this with a bunch of casts on. And that was pretty much all they needed. And he came about this whole other thing. So like we got everything done, and then I left, and the people, I could tell like they were like, this is gonna be hard to get through this, because the guy's basically saying, I'm not gonna film it for you unless you do what I want. He was trying to like direct it. So that was awkward, and that was weird. And this is like,
that is a weird thing to do. Hey guys, I know that this is your production. You guys are the sole creators of this project. But I got a buddy coming in, and I want you to give him fucking 17 lines. I want him to be the star of the film now. If you don't make him the star of the film, I will take my fucking camera and leave. I will dip ski with my camera ski, and you will never see me again. That is, I would not work on that project. I would say, please leave. I will get a new cameraman.
One of my few experiences with him, because I'd only see him on set when we'd be filming my videos, and he would tell me how much he liked Keith. That was the time I like really worked with him alone without anyone else around. So that's pretty much my experience with Sam. And I stopped working with him and seeing him when Maker Studios shut down long ago. So I hadn't thought of this guy in like 8 to 10 years. And then my mom in November of 2023 texts me and says, hey, do you know this guy? And it was like some news link of like NBC News, whatever, something from Boston. My mom was in Massachusetts.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, he sat on this for years, brother. So this isn't something that happened like last week. Okay, that's a little better. I mean, if this happened like yesterday, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna fire up the camera and talk about the shit that happened yesterday, that would be a little wild.
She's watching the news, and she asked me if I knew there's a story about some guy in Los Angeles and some crime happened. And that's what I see as I'm filming a short film, and I was like reading it as I was like on this set. I was like, Mom, why would you assume I'm just going to know some random person in a news article in Los Angeles? And then I'm reading it, and it says Sam Haskell. And I was like, oh my God, I do know this person. I texted my mom back. I was like, yeah, I do know this person. This is so bizarre. And it's saying how Sam, allegedly at this point, murdered his wife, and then her mother and her father, so his in-law.
Holy shit, bro. Bro went back in the wife's legacy, dude. He was taking out his wife's family line, dude. Oh my God. What? She was like, I want a divorce. She's like, well, I'm killing your parents.
Was in Tarzana, which is here in LA, and then chopped them up and put them in bags.
Oh my God. This gets worse. Holy shit, he cut up his wife's parents and put them in bags. Yeah, little baby. He cut up his wife's parents and put them in bags. Don't clap. That's not a clapping moment. I told my daughter that, and she knows when I get hyped up like this that I'm doing kind of a jokey thing usually. And so she's like, I'm like, now my daughter's going to become a serial killer. Thanks, Nathan, Dad.
And then had day laborers come to the house to take the bags and throw them away in dumpsters.
These day laborers, the workers that we tracked down today, say on Tuesday afternoon they were paid $500 to collect some trash bags from the home of the man who's now in jail and accused of murder. The man told the workers they were full of rocks. The workers say when they picked them up, it felt like there was meat inside. These day laborers told us a chilling story of being hired Tuesday afternoon by a man we now know was Sam Haskell and asked to haul away 3 large trash bags.
Jeez, he hired day laborers to come pick up his in-laws. Jesus Christ, man. Hey, listen, I got a job for you guys. I got a bunch of bags of rocks. There are a bunch of bags of rocks. It's not a big deal. And they're his wife and his parents. I got a really sick sense of humor, guys. I know this isn't that funny, but I just think it's funny that he called day laborers in to get rid of some bags for him, and it was people. Like, what the fuck? Like, every time I hear about murders and stuff, it's always, no, he's caught it the stupidest ways. And this is wild. Like, bro didn't even, like, drive them up in the hills. And what was that movie? There was, like, that movie where they throw people, Mulholland Falls. He didn't even take them to Mulholland Falls. He just fucking hired a bunch of random handyman guys to dispose of his family. What the fuck?
From inside the garage at Haskell's home on Coldstream Terrace in Tarzana. They say they saw human body parts inside one bag, including a belly button. They say they took the bags right back to Haskell.
They just opened the bag. They opened the bag and it's just a belly button looking back at him. And they're like, hey, man, this is not cool, brother. I think these aren't rocks. You said they're rocks. No. They're really fleshy rocks. I don't think you understand. They're fleshy rocks, but it has a belly button. There is flesh with belly buttons on them, okay?
Left them on the driveway, returned his money, and drove immediately to the police. Haskell was arrested Wednesday after the dismembered torso of a woman was found.
Dude, this guy deserves to rot at the bottom of the prison. He deserves... they don't have the death penalty in California. Darn. This guy deserved the worst. Holy shit. Why would you... What? The dude hired people to dispose of his murder victims for him. Like, has he never seen any type of TV ever? God, this is wild.
In what police say was one of those trash bags.
This is Dexter. Hey, this is Dexter Morgan. I'm gonna need you to grab these trash bags and take them out in the middle of the ocean for me. Just really quick. I need you to take a boat trip for me and then throw them in the ocean. Well, what is it? Rocks. They're rocks. 100% rocks.
In a parking lot in Encino. Police then searched Haskell's home, and law enforcement sources have told the I-Team they found a lot of blood and evidence inside that suggests the home was the scene of a murder. He's being held in lieu of $2 million bail on suspicion of murder. No criminal charges have been filed yet, but he's expected to make an initial court appearance Monday morning.
They went to a police station and told the cops what happened, and the cops said, we can't do anything, you have to go to another police department. The guys were shocked, and then they go to another police department, which was the highway patrol, I think, and they said, we can't do anything for you, you have to call 911. It's like, what the heck? You're reporting a murder, and the cops are just like, yeah, go somewhere else. This is insane to me. So
dude, okay, this is a real story I had from when I lived in, I lived on the edge of 2 counties in Portland, and one time we had to call the cops because there was this guy that was, like, harassing my neighbors, and so I ran the guy off the property. But I called the cops to say, hey, I don't want to have to get in an altercation with this guy. I don't want to be altercating, right? And we called the cops, and they transfer me to one, they're like, well, you need to talk to this county. So, because I lived right on the line, right? So I call this, and I'm like, hey, I got a call because I got somebody harassing us, and he kind of seems dangerous, and I don't want to have to fight him because he keeps showing up. Could you please send somebody? No, we're going to transfer you to this one. So then I talk to them, but like the third time, I'm like, what's the point? I literally tell the dispatcher, I'm like, please, this is an emergency. This guy has showed up 4 times, and I think he's about to get violent. Could you please send somebody to, like, get him out of here? Like, why am I talking to, like, 6 different dispatchers? Why am I not just talking to one dispatcher? That's what 911's for.
Finally, the guys called 911, and these guys were freaking out, too, because they thought this guy, now he's seen them, he's going to come for them, he's going to try to kill them. So these guys call 911, they report it, and eventually the cops come out to the house, and I think by this point, Sam had then taken the bags himself and dumped them in a dumpster.
So he tries to hire somebody to dispose of the body, and then he just goes and dumps them in a random dumpster. Why didn't you do this first? If you would have done this first, it wouldn't have come back to you as fast. Like, this guy is a, like, colossal moron. Like, again, dude, what he should have done is never murdered his wife and in-laws. That's the number one thing I would have done differently, is not murder people. The other thing is not called people to dispose of the bodies for me. Again, I feel really bad for his family that died, but I'm making fun of him. Every joke that I'm making here is making fun of his stupidity.
It wasn't until later when a person was rummaging through the dumpsters somewhere in LA, and they opened up a bag and they found a limb in the dumpster. And then they called the cops, and the cops came, investigated the dumpster. Then the cops went to Sam's place, investigated in his place, and then they found all the bags of body parts in different dumpsters around LA. And then Sam was arrested.
Tarzana man is in jail on murder charges following the disappearances of his wife and in-laws. All 3 bodies are still unaccounted for.
Mei Li, her mom and stepdad, who are all unaccounted for tonight, are all originally from China. In fact, they only have one family member who lives here in the United States. And with help from a translator, we spoke with him today about their traumatizing disappearance. On November 8th, someone found a woman's torso in a trash bag in Encino, and video linked that discovery to Sam Haskell's home in Tarzana. Hours later, police said Haskell's wife, Mei, her mom, Yan Cheng Wang, and stepdad, Gaoshan Li, were missing.
Law enforcement sources told the I-Team officers searched Haskell's home and found a lot of blood and evidence inside that suggests it was the scene of a murder. Haskell's wife, Mei, is missing, along with her parents seen in photos from the LAPD.
It was when Sam was arrested that I found out about this through the news article my mom sent me. And I texted immediately the producer I worked with at Maker, a bunch of other people, camera people, and people who knew Sam. And I was like, are you guys seeing this? Have you seen this? And most of them hadn't seen it at that point. It was just like, it didn't feel real. It's so strange that it's so weird. It's just like, this isn't a real thing. This isn't happened. This is in movies. And this guy that we all worked with, and we all had like fond memories from this. This is some of the best days of my life, filming these videos. And then to hear like, oh, that person then ended the 3 lives. It was just, I couldn't believe it. So I had to like talk to them. Like, this is real, right? Like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And like to have them react to it helped me understand that this really did happen.
This is insane, bro. This is like, I couldn't imagine, even if it was like 8 years ago, if I knew somebody that just like murdered like 3 people they were entwined with, I would be like, what? Excuse me, Jim did what? What? No, I don't believe that, because Jim had that room that was really cool that only had a computer in it. Why? This is weird, bro. What? How? I couldn't even. I don't even want to be in Nate's position here. I don't. This is crazy.
And this is strange. I thought about it earlier this year. I was like, I wonder what's going on with that. And there was no updates until a few days ago. Paul, my director friend, who went over to get footage with me that one time, sent me a new link that says Sam Haskell dies in prison from a self-end.
A Tarzana man accused of a triple murder has died in jail. Deputies say Samuel Haskell was found at the Twin Towers Correctional Facility just after 4 a.m.
Oh my God, they have one called the Twin Towers Correctional Facility, bro. I don't know. There's so many 9/11 jokes you can lap in here, but I know this isn't the time or place, so I'll let you guys make those for me.
Saturday.
He was charged with the disappearance of his wife and parents. Investigators say he dumped dismembered body parts in an Encino trash bin.
As for a motive, Ackman says Haskell had been having an affair with a 27-year-old woman, but his suicide means the world will never find out the reason for such a heinous crime.
Why wouldn't you just get a divorce? Why wouldn't you just get a divorce and then go with the 27-year-old if that's what you're... Instead of murdering your wife and her parents, I think that's...
Now no one knows why he did it, and they also have still not found the remains of the parents. Apparently it's only his wife they have found. They had 3 kids. The 3 kids are with other family members, and I've just been thinking about this constantly. It's so morbid and depressing and sad. I can't even imagine what their kids are going through. Both of their parents are gone. I mean, who cares about him? But this poor woman and her parents. So now he's gone, and there will never be the answers that her family was hoping for. He basically gets away with it. Thinking about things that happened in the past and the way he would act, I feel like it's pretty obvious he was some type of a sociopath, because he didn't really have too many emotions. It was kind of just like, he was always like this, and he talked like this, and he was like, yeah, and it was just everything. When he was excited, he'd be like, yeah, that's really cool. When he'd be mad, he'd be like, no, I'm not going to do that. It was like, there was almost no emotion. And now you'd think like, oh, that's a sociopath, knowing what he's done. But beforehand, you don't want to judge someone. I just wish we could have known he was such an evil.
I mean, what have you done? Like, oh, you're a little weird. Hope you don't murder your wife and her parents one day. Like, what? How are you supposed to stop that? Like, honestly, how are you? Somebody's a little off. They're married. They have kids. Their life's looking fine, but they're a little weird. Like, that doesn't mean that you're just supposed to, every person you meet is weird. So you're just going to be like, hey, be careful. He might murder you and your parents one day. I mean, that's, like, why? I don't even know why you're beating yourself up. That's completely illogical.
Monster. Or maybe he wasn't then. Maybe something happened to him. he's a monster now. He ended up being a monster and being the biggest villain I've ever encountered in my entire life. And this poor woman and her parents fell victim of it. I wish there was a way someone could have warned.
Yeah, this soy jacking right here really doesn't mean anything. I mean, like I get he had to put it in there because it was like he knew the guy and he feels a little bit of remorse, but at the same time, how the fuck do you what? Oh, I should have known because he didn't show broad emotions. Okay, like, okay, so you know somebody who's pretty flat, has a pretty flat personality. You should just tell everybody around him that, hey, again, he might murder you. Like, he seems kind of weird. Maybe divorce him and take the kids because he might kill you and your parents. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you even... There's no rational world where you could have known that he was going to do that. I mean, it's not like he'd been, like, killing people for the last 30 years, and while you knew him, he was killing people. That's a little different. That's a little different because you're like, hey, maybe I should have, like, told somebody that this is a little weird, and he was gone during this time period, and somebody went missing. That's a little bit different. But, like, this... How the fuck can you know somebody's going to kill somebody in the future? No way.
Them. But now I'm just talking fantasy. So anyway, this could help raise awareness for mental health. And I really...
What? Jesus. What? He could have just provided us with the facts here. I thought he was a sociopath. Mental health help wouldn't have helped him, I guess. He's a... Like, if he was... I don't know.
Oh, people out there who are having any struggle with anything, some emotional imbalance or sadness or anger, like, you're allowed to talk to people about it. You don't have to feel...
Bro is fucking all in his feelings, which I get. I'll sympathize with you there. I'm not saying don't give it help if you don't need help, but I don't know. This is a weird PSA. This has gone in a weird direction really fast. I get that he was your friend, Nate, but, like... What the fuck are we doing here? This has gone in such a stupid direction. Like, I don't want to be a dick to Dad because I get it, bro. I get it, but come on.
Like you're a bad person or something's wrong with you if you don't feel right. Because this Sam clearly...
But if he's a sociopath, he feels like he's great all the time. So therefore, none of this makes any sense what you're saying right here. Like, you know what I mean? You know, like, I hope somebody who's watching this kind of gets where I'm coming from in this perspective. And I'm not trying to be a dick to Dad, because, like, if it was, like, a crime of passion or, like this huge thing, it would be different. But, like, he just kind of, like, explained him as a sociopath. And then he's like, yeah, he should have got some help, because, you know, sociopaths don't think they need help. They think they're fucking perfect.
Was struggling with something. If he had talked to someone...
Maybe that's psychopaths. I don't know.
This might not have happened. So I would really like to encourage and promote the idea of talking about your feelings and what's going on in your head, no matter what. It's an incredible...
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think we do a lot of talking about feelings. And he was an LA guy, so he probably talked about his feelings too much, to the point that, what if talking about his feelings too much is what got him to murder his family? I know. I'm being a dick right now. I'm being a dick because I'm a monster. Obviously, I'm an actual goonbag. But like, what? You don't know. You haven't seen this guy in 8 years. So how do you know? Like, what? I mean, he is a psychopath. I mean, he obviously was mentally unwell if he murdered his wife and their parents. But, like, how do you know that therapy is the answer? Why does everybody say therapy is the answer for everything without knowing any of the deeper stuff? We don't have any of the answers. You said we don't have any of the answers. So therapy, obviously he didn't share his feelings enough. That was it. He didn't share his feelings enough, and that's why he murdered. Okay. I think people need to be called out. Like, we need to call bullshit out more in society, I guess. I guess we gotta, every time I hear any type of shit like this, we're like, oh, you need to get more therapy. And it's like, okay. It's an LA person. They probably have like 87 fucking therapists lined up, and they tell their friends to get therapy.
Really dark story. And really strange when it's someone you hung out with. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves.
Yeah. By the way, oh my god. That's why he did all the thing, is because of the suicide crisis line. Okay. You can, if you ever feel like you want to do that, just don't. But call this line, and they will tell you don't. Yeah, that was wild. That was absolutely wild. I think I'm going to end with that one, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get me up to a gajillion million followers so that I can make more jokes and stuff on the internet. But again, dude, don't kill your family. Don't murder somebody. Don't murder anybody. How about that? I think that's my PSA for this video. Don't kill people. Don't do that. Just be a normal person that doesn't murder people. I think that's what I need to tell everybody. If you feel like you're gonna murder somebody, just look in the mirror and say, don't do that. I like that a lot. That's a lot better. I think OJ, if OJ would have just said, don't kill people, Nicole Brown or Nicole whatever his Nicole something would have been alive today. So, but who would have known? Who would have known? Anyways, catch you guys later.